Hello everybody, it's Jim here, and in this video I will show to you the newest product that I have developed, which is called Apeiron Edge Alerts, and what it does, why, how I use it, and why a serious trader wants that. What it does essentially, it when the price reaches a certain level that you have set up according to your strategy, it simply notify you and tell you, hey, price is there. Okay, doesn't matter the system that you use. Maybe you use support, resistance, ICT, SMC, um, trend lines, custom system, doesn't matter. Okay, because this integrate with the native MetaTrader 5 elements. And let me actually show to you in action actually. So we have here a draw, a make, alert on, history, reset, menu. Let's go one by one, which essentially you need only the first two, but and the last one, but let's get into that. So click on draw, and if I place anywhere, click on the chart, it will drop a line. Now when the price reaches there, I will get a notification on my phone and on my desktop. A question, for example, might be, hey, what if I don't want on the desktop? Yes, obviously you can sort that and say, okay, I want on the desktop, I don't want on the phone, or I want on the phone, I don't want on the on the desktop. But more likely you want to have it in both. Uh, the most likely scenario is you do your analysis on the weekend or the day before that, and when price reaches there, you get the notification. Maybe it notify you on the phone. Maybe you're not on the PC, or maybe you are on the PC, but you maybe look different chart. For example, right now we are on gold. I might look on Euro USD, and price here might do a sudden move and go into my level. Okay, now let's continue. Um, the draw, drop a line, but doesn't matter if it is a line or it takes the native element. For example, I could drop here the line. If I click make, boom. Now that line was checked. For example, uh, does it need to be the item, for example, checked? No, doesn't matter. Okay. Now let's say I want. Okay. Maybe you use that. Maybe you say, okay, this is my support. This is my support. This is my resistance. This is a zone. This is, let's say, an order block. Maybe you have it like that. Doesn't matter how you use it. Okay. All that what that means is that, okay, this is my zone, whatever, depending the system that you're using. Maybe have it like doesn't matter, right? Um, we could click here, make, that's it. Okay. Let's continue. Alerts on off, we will see it later. The most important thing here is the menu, right? Here in the menu I could see all those tracked elements, and if I put the mouse here, it says it's line 4314031, this one, but it's very hard for me to recognize. So if I click on that, I could name it, you know, support, right? Resistance, weak support, daily low, order block, whatever, right? Now, if I click back, not black, back, okay, and put here, you see it rename the item. So it's easy for me when I do my analysis and say, okay, this here is, I could go um, key element or liquidity or whatever, depending the system that someone is using. Okay, something essentially to recognize that. Let's continue. Let's name that. Demands. Someone might type supply, whatever. Okay, this is an example. Okay, you see it here. Very easy and organized to recognize that. All right. Now let's continue. Since we are here, we see here it's on the price 3,920.09, and the alert will come here. Now here we have alert active. Now the difference this with this deactivate all of the items. Okay, this deactivate that specific element. Okay, now we can, maybe we don't want desktop, maybe we don't want phone. Okay, max alerts we have, and let's see the distance pips. Something very important, you see I drop it here. Now let's say I want, because on the analysis maybe you move it right here, 3939.42. See, 3939.42. In when you do the change in few ticks or in the next tick, um, it will update. Of course, I could click back, refresh if it doesn't update instant, um, and it will update. Essentially, in the next tick, um, it will update. Well, it's to be honest, it is irrelevant because it's not like you will do that when you are here on the market and you're looking close to the market. What you do is you do the analysis, and the point of the analysis is, um, let's say here, to maybe track something important here, okay, and put a line here, right? So that's the point of the analysis, not to do it when price is already there and you're sitting on the computer and actively trading. Um, that's that. Now distance pips. Let's change that to see what will happen. Right now, let's say I put 200. See, the price is 3939. Now it put 200 points. Essentially, it will hit on 41. Now, why you might want that, right? Let's say, okay, the point is to get notified when the price is about to go into your level that for your strategy you're tracking, correct? Now, you might want to get notified a little bit earlier. Let's say, I mean, gold could move fast actually. A little bit earlier in order for you maybe to open your phone, um, see the market, or maybe to open the calendar, see if there are news at that time, or maybe to you might be on different room and you need to go and sit on your desktop. This will essentially give you some time to open the chart and see and take the position, right? That doesn't mean at the end of the day it's all what you say is you say to the tool, hey, notify me when the price goes there. Nothing more. Okay. Now, the, some use different strategy. For example, they use liquidity and they expect on certain areas liquidity grab. So you might want to put like something like that. So you see it's on 39, but it will activate on 3936 lower right here upon passing. Why it will notify you? Because as price is here, and let's say in play here, you maybe don't want to get notified. You maybe want to get notified when the price goes down. So penetrate that level and then expecting the reversal. This is based on your strategy, for example, or something like that. Okay, maybe you had here or something. Maybe you put it here. Track that stuff. But as price was playing here, maybe weren't interested enough, or maybe here that type of resistance that break that structure here. So you maybe wanted first to take the liquidity and then on the next candle enter, because if you get notified here and you enter blindly, I mean this is according to your strategy. I don't want to comment about the strategy that each one is using, just giving some perspective and the capabilities of the tool. Another cool way is, let's say I have it here and maybe I want to get notified a little bit earlier. I could have another one and put it, let's say, here. So this would be like my weak, let's say, support, resistance, whatever. So this will essentially have me on my toes to go sit on the PC, focus, get my coffee, focus, because it might be the key level for the day. So maybe I want to pass, not like to get notified earlier that the price is approaching my level essentially. Okay. Um, and on top of that, guys, it's not like it's trading view that you need a subscription or you cannot actually do that um, unless you are premium and you need to have multiple platforms and the candles based on each broker are different and stuff like that. It's on your MetaTrader 5 on your PC. Okay. Um, Now let's let's oh let me show to you something. I could click delete, obviously, delete, and I want to, you see this, we mark that as an order block, that one. We gave that name, right? So if I delete that here, oh, it wasn't that, okay, that one, 74. You see it, because I could have it to delete that, but maybe I want that element to stay there. Okay, so I simply remove the tracking. Okay, if it is to delete, it will delete only this line. So if I put that, 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 okay, 418, okay, 4018, and click delete, it will save, because the assumption is that I needed the line. Okay, if I delete it and then I need it again, yeah, and that's why I create that fast line. It's already tracked. Um, Once if I click delete, it delete. Now something. Let's say this. Now let's say I double click, they delete. Yes, whatever I have. I delete. Okay, very easy, very light. Um, Task manager. Okay, and I'm using um, you know other tabs as well with other tools. Not even feeling any down. Okay, and it could something very important. Let me actually show. Drop here more than. Okay, because let's say you have a lot of those stuff that you're tracking, and let's say you have a fib and have that and that. If it is an element on MetaTrader, you can track it. Now, if I click menu, you see it's here, the pages, and you could have up to 50 elements. And by the way, we can increase that, but I don't need. I don't believe it will be needed. All right. Now, let me. All right. Now, let's and last but not least, let's actually place one. Let's place it very close. And I have set up something very cool. And you will see. Right now, we haven't set up pip distance and stuff like that. It's when price reads there. But because also I trade news, if the spreads play, all right, first and foremost, need to pass price tap there. Okay, both spreads, pass. And the reason is because essentially when you take positions, maybe sometimes you see a position didn't hit exactly the take profit. Um, for example, something like that. Maybe here one spread cuts. Right now it didn't, but on a prop firm it would. Okay, but it wouldn't have closed your position, especially if it was a take profit. So I try to simulate as much as possible the exact conditions of a broker. The second thing, you will see it now, is you see it pass it a little bit, but at the point that it was about to cross that, the spreads were open and close. Okay, what I have done is I have implement a smart delay because I trade on news, and let's say I have set up here a level, right? Whatever. Price can go aggressively on the news here, and the spreads to be enormous, or play up and down, up and down, up and down fast. Okay, so this will actually prevent for few seconds. It will delay the notification, and this would be it comes into psychological thing, is when you get the notification, you want to get in a position because you have the system and you have your stuff and you're ready. And what I didn't want is when I get the notification to instantly go and execute blindly. That's why I have stuff in place that prevent that. Obviously, the biggest asset is your mind, that you go according to your plan. But of course, if let's say the spread is crazy, it's worth to me more to delay, few seconds the signal, especially if the spreads, become enormous, especially on gold, right? And one thing is here, it print also the price, where it was, where it activate, what recorded on the MetaTrader 5. And yeah, that's all. I hope you like the video. Sorry that I took 20 minutes to explain everything. Oh, by the way, I forgot. You see, when the this activate, you see, it became inactive. Okay, we can delete it. I click menu. See, so, we can delete it or we can reset. Either here, reset, so it will make it trackable item, especially if it's a key level. Okay, which means multiple times it would be touched and there it will produce a reaction. Let's say here I could cut the zone, shift here, bounce, here I cut the zone, multiple touches here. So it's all about the strategy, your strategy, and if I click reset, it reset, right? Now give me actually 1 second. All right, I'm back. Um, Probably for you it is a second. For me, it was about 5 minutes or so. So, back to what I was saying. Um, that's all. Um, Probably below in this video you will find some information of how you will be able to get this. Obviously, the people that I coach one-on-one on private mentorship, they will get access to all the custom tools that I create in house. Um, and that's that. On top, they learn how to trade because it's one-on-one. But that's that. And if you are on my free Telegram group, hopefully you like what I say about gold. Obviously, something very important. The free Telegram group. It's not like the other groups that sending signals. I'm not giving free signals at all. It's more of a journal type of situation. Okay. So if you are looking for free signals and stuff like that, you know that's not how it works. And I said yesterday on Asia that though we possibly I send that 10 o'clock at night. In Asia, the volatility will be huge. We possibly see $100 to $200 move tomorrow. Asia, London, and US session, maybe $100 up and 100 down. I will be on the trenches today. This is what I say. I'm saying it again. I sent that after 20 minutes. I'm saying it again in case someone missed it. Tomorrow we might have $200 move. Might be $100 up and $100 down. Might be $50 down and $150 up. And I post my live account. Obviously, if you are on my YouTube channel and subscribe, if you go into the exact previous video than this one, you will see me trading on the Asia session in about 1 hour on the funded FTMO account, making 5K within 1 hour without need to go heavy or something like that. And yeah, and of course I gave another notification on the free group that something very important in order to not break my balls. When I say it will move, it is simply my belief. I can be right, I can be wrong, but I will need to be on the job, ready to execute if it happens. This is business, so I need to show up, and it might not give us the move, but we need to be ready. And if we go over to this is gold, see, okay, and this is where the price open, right? Instant move because it opened with a gap, right? Instant move up from here 1854, which was 35 pips, okay? It came down to fill the gap that left, and the true move happened here. It's from 15 all the way 11, almost 100 pips, right? That was the up. Now we might see another 100, which is 1,000 pips. And I gave it that yesterday. That's that. What else? I talk about my free group that doesn't give free signals. I talk about if you want more information, uh, if we are working one on one together, you don't need to worry about those stuff. Otherwise, there probably will be some information maybe below the video, maybe not, maybe there would be something if I found a platform to host it and you'll be able to download it and use it. I will be, I mean, to sell it obviously. That might be a solution. At the end of the day, this is more of an update of my latest or one of the latest tools that I have created and skyrocket my trading level, um, trading skill, take it to the next level because this is how professional do stuff. I hope you like it. If you didn't, no problem, and see you on the next one.